going on, people? I'm gonna keep this one short today. As you can see, today's live is about fuck your feelings, because your feelings really don't matter. I mean, to be perfectly honest, the goal is to feel as good as you can all the time. But if you wait till you felt like doing everything, nothing would probably ever get done. So, good morning, Sean. What's going on, man? Hopefully it's not too windy out here. Today I'm up at picture this. Hey Z. Today I am at the library because we have a webinar we're doing for realtors today. On top of that, we need to stop by and get a haircut, so my barber's close by, and instead of running to the office and running back and forth, got to be most efficient with my time and make sure I get in there. So good morning, Christina. Good morning, Greg. Christina, you're always on. But again, all I wanted to say is today is, man, fuck your feelings. Whatever you got to do, you just got to do it. If I waited to do what I felt like doing, nothing would ever get done. And that's part of how I push past, man. It's just like, do whatever you need to do. And I was reading a book this morning with my son. We read a book called, what's up, Greg, Christina? We read a book called Expert Secrets. Have any of you all ever heard of Russell Brunson? If you haven't, look into him. A lot of guys who are marketing know who Russell Brunson is. We use some of his software to create what we call landing pages and funnels in order to capture information, sell things online, things of that nature. And we're reading a book today, and he was saying that every day you should attack your day and figure out, oh, damn, there's a lot of people out here. What's the biggest domino? What's the one thing that you can do that'll make a lot of things come off your board? And a lot of times the reason why we don't feel like doing anything is because we put too much on ourselves. And, life's not easy, man. And whatever you're striving out here to do and whatever your goal is, it's not going to be easy to reach. But can't be worried about how you feel, And worst case scenario, if you do feel like shit, man, what's something that you can do really quick to put you in a better mindset to get it done? Over the last few weeks, I've kind of been stale with going out and getting sales, and Billy's been yelling at us, as he always does, get more sales, which basically more sales means helping more clients reach their goals. If you help more people get what they want, you'll get what you want. So after, I haven't been feeling like doing it, but over the last few weeks, I've been slowly getting back into it. But if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be anywhere. So yesterday we got 2 more sales, and it was just because I've slowly just been pushing myself. Do I feel like calling a bunch of people? No. Do I feel like doing a bunch of emails? No. Do I even feel like doing these lives? To be perfectly honest, no. I mean, I like doing them, but it's not something I just feel like doing. But every day I just turn the camera on and do it. So Christina, because you're always so active, what's one thing that you've been wanting to do that you haven't done yet? I see you've been doing more lives. And same thing for you, Greg. What's something that you've been saying that you want to do, but you just haven't felt like doing or haven't got around to? Something that'll put you in a position where you'll be able to get what you want. I got people behind me. Let me step off to the side. I actually went to this community college straight out of high school. I didn't really want to go to college. It's crazy. Everybody wanted to go, and I really didn't want to go. I actually was supposed to go to Virginia Tech or North Carolina State. I wanted to be a vet until I found out how much schooling it was, and then they wanted me to wear scrubs. For some reason, I just didn't want to wear those. Greg said attending more networking events. So how many networking events do you attend now, Greg? And what's your idea of more? And how can you bake that into your schedule? And even then, what are your products and services, or what do you sell? What do you do? Because there's a way to get in front of more people without necessarily having to be in certain places. Because I had a habit of being at networking events, and of course, being in front of people is always best. But if you can get your message out a much faster way to the people that you're already looking to get in front of, it's just as effective. And then when you show up, people already kind of know who you are. And then you got people coming across the room saying, hey, I saw you here. Hey, I saw you there. One a week, I blind flip real estate. All right, so I've never actually flipped a property. I was doing wholesaling a few years back. I used to go to Trig and Priya. Are you going to either one of those? always noise when I'm out. I don't even, it sounds like a train over there. Yeah, have you ever been I'm pretty sure you've been to Trig and to Priya, right? Yeah, there's a lot going on at this college. Okay. Hold on 1 second, man. There's planes, trains, automobiles. That's what happens when you go live. You can't control nothing. So look, I think, I can't remember, but for the most part, you have access to all their emails. So you're going to Priya. It's like Thursday nights. They still do it in Hampton, right? At that restaurant that's, what is the name? Bangkok Garden or something like that. But if you can get all of their email addresses, the easiest thing that you could do is you could load them up into load them up into Facebook or Instagram. Probably Facebook, because most real estate investors, if they're on Instagram, it's mainly just to have a social media presence. You could load up an email list of whoever you're trying to stay in front of. Anytime you go anywhere, you get a business card, create a spreadsheet. Yeah, the Peking. Their food is suspect. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. But the people are always great there. But you load that information up into Facebook, and you could just be making quick little videos. You can do a Facebook Live of being at one of your, doing your evaluation, or you could just be making videos on tips or whatever it is that you're trying to talk to these people about at the networking events. It is, right? Like, I remember the first time I ate there, I did not like their food. And then the only reason I went back was because of Priya. But you could load up those email addresses. Anytime you get anybody's business card, load it into Facebook. You could spend $5 a day minimum, and you could stay in front of those people so you're everywhere you need to be without having to physically be there. Because what happens is, you can hustle your tail off, man, and I don't know if you ever seen any of my videos, but today marks a year since I did my first video, kind of like on this vlog kind of deal. And man, I hustle like no one's business, and you can't be everywhere at once, and you're only one person, seriously, man, it's that easy. And on my business page, I'm actually going to start doing some more how-to videos, because I got plenty of videos telling my story and the journey and all that stuff, but I don't have a lot of videos kind of sharing how people can do what they need to do. To do what I do, just to break it down simply, so that way, if it'll help you, you can take that and run with it. You don't necessarily need to go hire anybody. And if you have questions, you can come ask somebody. Christina says, I want to learn how to better keep track of my money spent on food and learn how to get a bigger return on my product without beating up my customer. That's great. So for the first part, I would say Greg was on here yesterday. He's the man. Greg is one of the thoroughest people you will ever meet in your life. I've known Greg, like you said, 15 years. Anytime someone asks me, I just say over 10, but 15 years. And I've seen that man grow and mature in so many different ways. And when it comes to keeping track of your expenses, he has a tool for you that would work. And he gives you coaching. He actually checks in on you, and he'll make sure that if there's other things that you're looking for in your finances, he'll help you with. And as far as getting a bigger return, until you track the expenses, you can't figure that out. And Christina, my wife, she cooks and sells food at work, and it's the same situation. And if she doesn't keep track of her expenses, which we've been working on that, then she's making money, and at the same time, she doesn't know how much her actual profit is. On a day-to-day basis you do, but you got to have a system. Otherwise, you don't know what you're really working for. $20 in your pocket is great, but how much did you have to spend the other day that you forgot about? We get amnesia fast. So I would definitely reach out to Greg. Greg at the Financial Fit Club. I didn't see who that was. Someone just liked something, and I didn't see who that was. But honestly, fuck your feelings, people. Do whatever it takes. Do what you got to do. And if you don't like what you're doing, you can change it. It doesn't happen overnight. And like I said, if you go to my YouTube, or if you just scroll up and down my Facebook, you'll see that the position I put myself in happened overnight. I used to work at the shipyard. And I believe that's where this Greg that's on here, that's where we've met. We met at the shipyard. We were both in apprentice school. And to be able to come from going in that, making pretty good money, to going to not having any money, and to be able to build myself up to back where I am, and having the mindset to go even further. Like I said, the vision I have for myself and my family is crazy, and it starts with helping other people. And essentially, this is what these lives are about, man, helping people to just move past whatever it is, man. It's just be the simplest stuff. I listen to stuff like this when I first wake up. I meditate. For those who don't meditate, you should try it. It was suggested to me a few years back when I was, sitting going through my injuries. I was trying real estate investing, and it was weird because I was busting my tail, and I'm used to just stepping in whatever I do and just being good. And it was different. That was the first time I actually tried to run a real business, and things weren't happening fast. So I talked to someone, I was like, what's going on? Like, something's not right. This isn't working right away. And that was like my first realization that I had to work a little bit harder. I had to sacrifice a little bit more. And I just stuck to it. And there was something else that came up that I decided that I wanted to do instead of real estate investing. But out of all the paths I took to get to where I am, this is the one thing that I've created on my own. Of course, I've had help along the way. Of course, I've spent money to learn my craft so that I can get the results that I've been given for people. But it all started from not giving a fuck about how I felt, pushing past that, and just doing whatever needed to be done to get where I got to go. So I'm going to leave y'all with that, because we got a webinar today. Like I said, we got realtors that register for a webinar that I'm going to be doing, basically showing them how to do what I would do for them. So that way, if it helps them, then they can take that and they can run with it and they can do what they need to do. And worst case, if they need help, they saw that I can, they saw how I demonstrated how it works. And then they know that I'm not just telling them I can do something that I don't know how to do. We got a proven track record, so on and so forth, man. But even then, for some of y'all got to do some free shit, man, to get what you want. You can't just step out and get paid. You got to go out there and prove that you can do whatever you say that you can do, so people can see that you're serious and that you can do it. And then at that point, start freaking charging money. My man Mix just hopped on. Mix, I owe you a phone call, man. I didn't expect you to be up this early because you're in Cali now, right? But my man Mix, one of the best marketers in the world, is on the live. And anytime one of my fellow geniuses step on, I gotta announce them. And like I said, I'm surrounded by some of the best marketers in the world. My man Jonathan's on, another one that's one of the best marketers in the world. So, how can I not be one of the best, if I'm hanging around the best consistently, man? These people are hardcore. They all been to school. They all grind. They all been helping different businesses. What's up, Jonathan? We missed you at the meetup, man. It wasn't the same without you. It was good, but definitely wasn't the same without you. So, but yeah, man, that's my message for the day, man. I actually got to get going. Like I said, I got to set up my automation for this webinar and make sure everything's tight for that. See if I can't get a haircut real quick and get back and get things rolling, man. So, oh, last thing, these shirts, right? The Gabe shirts. I'm actually going to be making a few more of these, this style and another style. So, by the end of the week, I think I got one of my fellow marketers coming on. Yeah, man, I wish you were there, man, but you got to do what you got to do, right? But you'll be at the next one. But Friday, I got another marketer coming on who's going to talk about mindset. He's going to talk about how he was in corporate America and how he left out of his job and how he was able to go, I think he went up to like 20 grand a month within like 6 to 8 weeks. But anyway, so I'm going to have something where I'm going to be giving one of these shirts away, so y'all stay tuned, and I'll let you know what you can do to get one of these shirts, because I'm about to get more shirts and get more designs, because I got a few of these, and I've been wearing them like crazy, and it's time to get a few more. So hope you guys have a great day. Remember, gratitude, appreciation, visualization every day. Start your day with it, end your day with it, and you do that, man, you'll be able to control more what happens in between. Talk to y'all later. Appreciate y'all joining.